OSP arrests, Dr. Sledge, wicked blogger, Ghana full expose. Fam, this one right here is hot. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has moved in hard and arrested Dr. Sledge. Yes, the same doctor. Sledge, everybody in Ghana's mining and real estate industry knows by name. The flashy businessman with the big houses, the fat contracts, the powerful links, and the kind of influence that makes ordinary people think he's untouchable. Well, the OSP just reminded him and the whole country that nobody is above the law, not even the so-called big men who think money and power can shield them forever. This story is bigger than just one arrest. It's about corruption, political cover-ups, abuse of state resources, shady mining deals, and the game of power in Ghana. If you've been following Wicked Blogger Ghana, you know we've always said it. The day the OSP decides to flex its muscles on the big fishes, that will be the day Ghana starts shaking. Today, with Dr. Sledge in handcuffs, the shake has begun. Let's break it down proper. Who is Dr. Sledge? Let's not pretend. Everybody in Ghana has at least heard his name in passing. Some know him as a mining magnate. Others know him as the man with the loud lifestyle, the connections, and the influence that made people whisper his name in corridors of power. For years, Dr. Sledge has built himself up as a figure bigger than the average businessman. He's not the type to stay quiet and humble in the corner. He moves with power, projects confidence, and shows the kind of wealth that makes people ask questions. But here's the twist. In Ghana, when people see you rising fast and building empires, they also see the shadows behind the scenes. Mining concessions, gold exports, real estate projects worth millions of dollars. It's not chicken change. It's serious money. And whenever big money moves, questions about corruption, political links, and shady deals follow naturally. That's exactly what has landed him in the OSP's net today. How the OSP moved. According to what we've picked up, this arrest didn't just come out of the blue. The OSP has been investigating quietly for months. They've been tracking financial flows, reviewing contracts, and digging into deals linked to Dr. Sledge. The suspicion is simple, that his wealth and projects were not entirely clean, that money laundering, abuse of state concessions, or questionable partnerships might be behind it. Fam, don't get it twisted. When the OSP decides to strike, it means they've already connected enough dots to justify dragging someone of his stature in. They don't just wake up and grab a high-profile businessman unless the evidence is at least strong enough to build a case. So, the arrest was swift, deliberate, and strategic. Dr. Sledge was picked up, taken to the OSP headquarters, and grilled for hours. Phones seized, files reviewed, connections traced. They're not just looking at him as one man. They're looking at the network around him. Business partners, political allies, bankers, even foreign links. Why this case is explosive? Dr. Sledge is not your ordinary fraud boy on the street. This is not a Yahoo boy or small-time 419 operator. This is a man with direct access to the state machinery. The OSP is basically poking at the intersection between business and politics in Ghana. Think about it. Mining is Ghana's golden goose. Billions of dollars flow through gold exports every year. It's one of the easiest industries for money laundering, tax evasion, and illicit deals because of how valuable gold is and how weak the regulatory systems can be. If a businessman like Dr. Sledge is being accused of financial crimes, it's not just about him. It's about a system that has allowed people like him to thrive for years. That's why his arrest is shaking people. Politicians are nervous. Business associates are hiding. Bankers who facilitated his deals are sweating. Because if the OSP cracks this case wide open, a lot of other names are going to fall. What might happen to him? Now, let's get into the heart of the matter. What's next for Dr. Sledge? Wicked Blogger Ghana doesn't sugarcoat, so let me lay it straight. Immediate detention and bail. The first stage is interrogation. The OSP will hold him, ask the tough questions, seize assets, and freeze accounts. He'll probably push for bail. With his influence, lawyers will jump in, motions will fly, and the legal chess game will begin. But even if he walks out on bail, the stain of the arrest won't wash off. Court charges. If the OSP believes they have enough evidence, they'll slap him with charges, corruption, money laundering, abuse of office, tax evasion, you name it. These are serious crimes. And conviction could mean prison time, heavy fines, or asset seizures. Political fallout. This is where it gets juicy. Dr. Sledge's ties to politicians mean his arrest could drag others down. If his deals are connected to political figures, contracts or concessions approved under shady circumstances, the case could explode into a full-blown political scandal. Don't be surprised if some politicians start distancing themselves, pretending they never knew him. That's politics in Ghana for you. When the heat comes, friends vanish. Business collapse. Farm. Reputation is everything in business. Right now, investors, partners, and clients are panicking. Nobody wants to be linked to a man under investigation by the OSP. Contracts could be cancelled, bank accounts frozen, projects stalled. Even if he beats the case legally, his empire might still crumble financially. Possible prison sentence. Let's not mince words. If the OSP brings strong evidence and the court doesn't bend to pressure, Dr. Sledge could be looking at years behind bars. Ghana's anti-corruption laws are clear. Money laundering alone carries heavy sentences. And remember, the public is watching. The government may want to make an example of him. The bigger picture, Wicked Blogger Ghana has always warned that the flashy lifestyle, the unchecked deals, and the arrogance of some so-called big men will one day bring them down. This is that day. The OSP is finally testing its claws, showing that even powerful businessmen can fall. But we must also ask, will this case go the distance? Will we see justice served? Or will it end like so many other high-profile arrests in Ghana, with the big man walking free while the small thieves rot in jail? That's the million-dollar question. One thing is for sure, this arrest is a test for the OSP. If they can successfully prosecute Dr. Sledge, it will boost their credibility and scare other corrupt figures into hiding. If they fail, it will weaken them and make Ghanaians lose faith once again. Social media reactions. Already, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok are buzzing. Memes are flying, people are debating, and the streets are talking. Some are celebrating, saying, finally, one of the untouchables has been touched. Others are skeptical, saying it's just a political show and nothing will come out of it. But whether you believe it's real justice or just drama, one fact remains. The OSP has changed the game by going after a big fish. Final word. Fam, Wicked Blogger Ghana will be watching this case closely. Dr. Sledge's arrest is not just about one man, it's about the system, the politics, and the future of anti-corruption in Ghana. Whether he goes down or walks free, this case will have ripple effects across the country. So stay tuned, because the story is just beginning. If Dr. Sledge thought his money and influence made him untouchable, he's now learning the hard way that when the OSP comes knocking, even the strongest walls can crumble. Hit the subscribe button, like and share this video. We are back and will bring some more exclusives to you.